Ever pondered over the phrase, nip it in the bud? It's a phrase that often rolls off the tongue, yet its origin story remains a mystery to many. The phrase nip it in the bud is an old idiom with roots in horticulture. Imagine a gardener attending to their plants, snipping or nipping a bud before it blooms. This act halts the plant's growth, preventing it from spreading. The metaphor then translates beautifully to problem solving, where the phrase signifies addressing a potential issue before it escalates. The phrase's first recorded usage dates back to the 16th century, where it was also known as nip it in the bloom. The phrase was generally considered positive, implying preventative action. However, in some contexts, it indicated an intervention that thwarted a potentially good outcome, thus casting a negative shade on the phrase. To illustrate, let's delve into a few historical examples. A political commentary in a 1792 edition of the Evening Mail read, "These petitions, so opposite to each other, seem to threaten the seeds of division, which the convention should nip in the bud." The phrase was used here to emphasize the need to prevent discord. Fast forward to 1950, a headline from the Bismarck Tribune commended President Truman's stand on Korea. "Truman Korea stand courageous, FDR couldn't nip last war in bud." Here the phrase was employed to highlight a missed opportunity to prevent a major conflict. On a lighter note, the phrase was used literally in a 1950 Daily Mirror gardening column. On a similar principle, if you would rather have fewer large blossoms than many small ones, nip out small buds from clusters, leaving only the best to develop. Interestingly, some have also confused nip it in the bud with nip it in the butt, a phrase with no known origin and likely a misinterpretation of the original idiom. So the next time you hear someone say nip it in the butt, you can save them further embarrassment by sharing the correct phrase, thereby nipping their mistake in the bud. So, to nip it in the bud is to take early action to prevent a problem from escalating. It has its roots in gardening, dates back to the 16th century, and has been used in various contexts to express prevention and intervention. The phrase has stood the test of time, remaining a popular idiom in the English language.